Hi guys and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'll be reviewing my Xpulse Pro 200. Hi guys, and this is my Xpulse Pro 200 and I bought it in August 2024 and I've clocked about 11,500 kilometers on it. And coming to the engine specs, it's a 200cc oil-cooled engine where it produces 19 bhp and 17.35 Nm of torque, and it is very much useful for the city, and you can use it as an adventure tourer as well as an off-road bike. So it gets a 90 by 90 front section tire with 21 inch of wheels, and it is tube spoke wheels. And coming to the rear, it is 120 by 80 inch and 18 inch tires, and it comes with disc brakes, and the front brake is 276 mm and the rear is 220 mm, where it gets a single channel ABS. The rear does not get an ABS. So my height is around 5'7" and I can't flat foot both of my foot. I can just tiptoe in this bike. And the headlight also, it comes with an LED DRL. It comes with projectors in the low beam and reflective bases in the high beam. So, and the ground clearance is around 270 mm. So the Pro comes with handlebar raisers, which makes it easy for us to saddle. The front suspension comes with a 250 mm travel, and the rear is a monoshock. It comes with a 220 mm travel, and it comes with compression and rebound adjustable, where you can use these switches to adjust and make the suspension soft and hard. It comes with a 13-liter fuel tank, and the weight is around 161 kgs. So it comes with these dual purpose tires where you can use it in the off-road as well as city as well. I've done highway touring, I've done off-road, I've taken it to the sands, beaches. So it performs very well. It performs well in the city and it performs very well on off-road. Hence it is very justified that I put the sticker no road, no problem. So the riding position is very good. The rider's triangle is very amazing, and even the saddle position, like, you don't need any handlebar raisers. As I said, it comes with the stock. It is very good to saddle on the highways and off-road as well. Coming to the riding ergonomics, the windshield is very small and I get a lot of wind blast while riding, and as we sit high compared to other bikes, there's a lot of wind noise and wind buffeting coming. So rear ABS should have been an option, as it should have been a switchable ABS, as it's sketchy for new riders. It comes with a USB charging socket. Coming to traveling, like you can cruise around 80 all day long, you don't have a problem with it. Even 90 is fine. Anything above 100, there's a little bit vibration on the foot pegs, and it is not good. So let's talk about cons. So it comes with a tube tire and it does not come with a center stand. So when on the highway on the go, it's very difficult to change or get the puncture fixed. The bike just glides like a butter on off-road, man.